Hello eco-fashionistas, it's me Eva and this is Fashion Transformation with Eva. You're here because you want to build a sustainable wardrobe that you love and which reflects your own style and uniqueness. Today we're going to talk hand stitches and in particular decorative hand stitches and how you can apply these to your clothes to make them more fun and more exciting. Before we start, be sure to subscribe, hit the notifications bell button to see when I upload next and tell your friends about this channel if you feel it would benefit them too. Today I'm going to show you 3 methods of hand sewing that are very different from each other and that can be used in different ways to apply to your clothes. The first one is the simplest and it's called a chain stitch, and it would be particularly useful to be used on things like the edge of a trim or the edge of a garment component like a collar, for example, or a hem. And you can use different colors to do it. You could use just one color. Something to bear in mind is that when you're practicing and when you're learning, you could introduce lines just using a pencil onto the fabric that you are playing with. And you just need pencil and ruler. You could use a fabric pen onto your actual clothes if that makes it easier. And what I've done here for the first couple of methods that I'll be showing you, I have marked them with measuring tape in terms of length of stitch, so all stitches are the same length. On the first stitch that I'm showing you, I'll show you the 5mm length and a centimeter length and how that compares, and the next one we're doing a centimeter. So, chain stitch. The first thing you need to do is double up your thread and put a big knot at the back where the raw edges of the thread are. And it's easy if you use a hoop. Then guide the thread from the underside of the fabric up. You can then go back on yourself by about a millimeter down, like I've shown here. At this point, don't go all the way down, leave a loop and go up with the needle further away, however long you want the stitch to be. In my case it's 5mm to start with. And as I guide the needle up again, I then catch the loop that I've left and then just pull thoroughly. And repeat, go back on yourself about a millimeter or so down, guiding the needle through to the underside, leaving a loop of thread, so not all the way down. Put the needle up again about a centimeter or however long you want your stitch to be from the underside up, and catch the loop and pull all the way. And keep going. You could do that on a straight line, you could do it on a curved line as well, and depending on what you use it for, you could really make a very effective, interesting things. And you could do it so it's side by side, so in little rows that can be the same color or different color, and play with the length of it and also with the thickness of the thread that you're using. There's a lot that you can do with it, so start experimenting. The second method is also a type of a chain stitch, but it is a heart-shaped one, so it's highly decorative. Even if it's not your cup of tea, you might find it interesting and you may have not seen this one before. It looks especially great on denim garments. It looks especially great in vertical lines, for example in the middle of a t-shirt or on the side of a button stand. How to do it? So again, I have sectioned my line into a centimeter intervals because I want my love hearts to be that big, and I've also have a couple of lines on either side of my central line. We are going to use a single thread thickness. What you need to do is guide the needle from the underside at the very bottom of the first mark that you've made, like I've done here, and then you need your needle to go not at the next interval, but slightly down. I've done it so it's about halfway down. You need to put the needle at an angle like I've done here. So then the next thing it does is it goes out from the section where the line on the right meets the next interval line, like this. At this point, make sure that the loop that's been created from the stitch is underneath the needle, and pull the needle completely up, and then that should catch it and create half a heart shape. Then the needle needs to go down right next to where it came out from and go back from the other side to the beginning where we started. Repeat this step for the other side. And we've got our first love heart. It takes a little bit of practice, but you can do quite a lot with it, and it's quite unusual. It's not something you see all the time, so I think you would really enjoy this one. And the third and final stitch that I'm going to show you today, it does require a bit of practice, but it's really fun once you get it. What the French knot does is it creates a really cool three-dimensional effect, and you can use it as an all-over thing, maybe all over a pocket or a whole panel, or all over a particular component like a collar or a cuff. And it could look very effective just using one color or using different colors. What you need to do is again have a single thread thickness, not double, so not on one side. And with the needle going up, you secure the stitch. Then pull the thread towards the left with your finger and have the tip of the needle loop around the thread a couple of times. Then keep it all tight. Whilst you are keeping hold of that thread on the left, slide the needle tip right next to where you started the stitch and go down very slightly, then tighten a little bit so it creates a little knot, and keep holding whilst guiding the needle all the way down. And the next thing that happens is by the time you have gone all the way down with the needle and you let go of that loop, the French knot is created. Have a look, I've done this a few times, and have a little practice alongside me, and you'll see that after a few times you will end up having a knot, and it's a super exciting feeling, and you can do so much to it. And again, you can play with the thickness of the thread once you get more comfortable with it, and make bigger knots or smaller knots or combination of both. I hope those 3 methods have helped you and that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see when I upload next. Be sure to hit the notifications bell button though, because otherwise you won't get notified. And share with your friends if you think it's going to help them with their own sustainable wardrobe. Until next time, stay creative and thanks for watching.